The more vague your SOPs, the more skilled your workers have to be. And I come into today because I was thinking about going through a process with one of the clients, and we were talking about SOPs, and we were talking about how employees don't want you to do what you want them to do. And I said, a lot of times they don't know what you want them to do. So they said, well, I gave them a simple task to do and they didn't do it correctly. And I said, well, that means they're not that skilled, or you didn't give detailed instructions, right? So what happens is that you can give somebody, you can say, if they're a marketing expert, right? You're going to a marketing company and you're saying to the marketing company, you're saying, hey, marketing company, build me out a landing page, right? They're skilled. They know what to do. They're going to come back to you with their landing page that has a header, that has a fonts, that has everything that's optimized to get traffic to be able to come in, right? That's what you're going to have when you do that. Now, if you just hired somebody who knew the technical skills of a landing page, but didn't know the strategic maneuvers of a landing page, and you said build a landing page, right? They would come back with anything. Right? Because they would come out with something that looks pretty, right? That because they thought of design was the thing that they wanted to do. And you'd be like, no, that's not what I want. I want it for optimized for tracking. Well, that's because they're less skilled. Now, let's say you gave it to somebody who didn't know how to build landing pages at all. Now they would have to go into that landing page and they would have to actually say, all right, I'm going into the landing page. How do I go on the landing page? Where do I build it at? How do I start with it? So you gave all three people a job to do, but none of them know how to do it. Now, for the marketer, if you say, hey, build his landing page, he's like, that ain't no problem. You don't have to give him no more instructions. He's going to build it out. You give it to the person, the designer who knows the technical aspects. You say, hey, build it out. They'll build you one. They know how to get into the software. They know how to build it. They know the technical aspects of it, and they build you one. You may or may not come out. You give somebody who doesn't know anything about it, they won't know what to do. Right? They'll come out and be confused. They'll be asking you, hey, what do I do this? How do I get in the software? What software do we use? How do we get inside here? And that's where it goes back to SOPs, right? You have to have detailed SOPs. Now, this is where I get people with SOPs. They say, oh, I've created SOPs. Well, two things. Is anybody using it? Are you teaching from it, right? That's always my question. Is anyone using it? And are you teaching from it, right? When you teach somebody new, the next point is that how detailed are your SOPs? And the answer for how detailed they need to be just depends on the worker. That's it. It only depends on your level of staff that you have. If you feel like you have great cleaners who know how to clean, you may not need to be as detailed. If you have a great designer that knows how to design websites, you may not need to be as detailed. But if you're a person, say you run a landing page company and you build out landing pages a certain way, and you bring people in who know the technical side of it, but don't know the strategic, and you want templates built, then you would say, hey, this is the template, right? But let's say you wanted to bring somebody from scratch. If you want to bring from scratch, then you're going to have to say, all right, we start at the software. Go to, say, Divi themes, right? And we use Divi. Even before that, let's go to WordPress. We go into WordPress, upload the Divi theme. This is how you upload the Divi theme. This is where you get it from. This is where you start with if you're starting with a template. And you would go step by step because they would be less skilled at it and you'd have to be very detailed. The last part about SOPs that people don't really realize is that an SOP is also just not in the task, but only for if you don't know what to do. If you know what to do every day, then the SOP is not for you. SOP is for the people who don't know what to do. It's to train on the newcomers. Now, that's why the SOP is very important, because who are you hiring? Are you hiring somebody that has to start from scratch? Or are you hiring somebody that already has some kind of technical skills and you already say, hey, you need to know how to log it to WordPress. You need to know how to upload the Divi theme. I shouldn't have to tell you these things. If that's the level of skill that you want, then your SOPs will correlate to that. So just understand that the more vague your SOPs are, the more skilled your employees have to be. Now, one way or the other, however you're taking that is what has to happen when you're thinking about it, all right? So that's it for today. Stay focused, stay blessed. Have a great day.